how is Phillips been since the COVID pandemic has started?
We're doing well as a company. In fact, it's been probably the most challenging time I've ever been through. In fact, not probably, it for sure has been the most challenging time. I think we're all working, a lot harder, a lot longer than we ever have before. It seems like nothing, it's not stopping. A lot of challenges, but overall, I'm really hopeful. I'm really looking at this as a chance to completely reimagine who we are as a company, reinvent what we mean to our industry and to our customers. Perhaps even looking at new opportunities for different industries that we can attack. So I'm taking this as a real big positive. I know that we have. We're lucky to be one of the companies that has been deemed essential. So we're still in full operation. And that's good. It's got a whole nother set. He definitely missed a spot again. It's got a whole nother set of challenges with that. So yeah, we're lucky to be able to continue working, but we've got legal requirements, we've got safety requirements, a lot of things that we haven't been thinking about before that we typically don't have to think about. So overall, it's been good. It's been like I said, it's been challenging, but I think we're certainly coming out of this. We're going to come out of this much stronger than we were going into it.
What do you think has been the biggest surprise that has impacted Phillips by this? You know what I mean? Just from a people perspective in your internal dynamics.
So number one, our entire team is really coming together as a team. And so we went into this, we've talked before about having people work from home, and we've got plenty of employees who have made requests to work from home more frequently or at all. And we've always said, nah, it doesn't really work. We really have to be here. And so I think the biggest change for us is being forced to shift the paradigm and watching how well people have responded to it. So there's a lot that we've done. So I don't want to just say that it's just been easy, just work from home and everything will be great, because it wasn't like that. We've had to do a lot of things to really improve, get improved performance. But the biggest surprise for me is just watching how great everyone came together as a team. Let's figure out how we can do this the right way. If I look at our factory in California, for example, our factory in Poland, in Mexico, all of our plants, I really took this seriously. So we've made some huge changes at all locations. It's factory office, the way that people clock in, the way they get their work done. How do we do it in a safe environment? And to see what we did in really 7 days in California is unbelievable. The fact that we completely refurbished our factory, where we've got well over 250 people working to change that many workstations, to make them safe, to change the whole process in just 7 days was unbelievable. I didn't think that was even something that we could possibly do in that time.
And I think that was something, just seeing it all happen and how you guys just reacted so quickly. I think from an industry perspective of really being ahead of that curve. Talk about that a little bit, because I think that you guys set yourselves apart, I think, from an industry perspective of really doing what you did to get to a cleaner manufacturing environment sooner than everyone else.
Yeah, well, that's so there's more to it. We were notified on March 19th, Thursday night, I think 6 p.m. Not my favorite, I won't get political. We were notified that we had to shut down effective midnight Friday, the March 20th. And so we complied with that, and we brought all of our employees together on Friday morning, the first morning after the notification from the announcement came out. And we talked to our team, we let everyone know, here's what we know so far. And from that point on, we made the decision. We looked at production. We looked and said, well, first off, we have to shut down. So how do we do it the right way? So our focus was initially, the first couple hours of the morning was on that. Then how do we communicate it to our employees correctly? Because this is a big deal. California was, again, one of the very first states to shut down like it did. And so there was no rule book, or there were no best practices for how to do that the right way. So we brought our leadership team together. We all, well, we spent the whole week before this preparing for it. So we had a good idea as to what we needed to do, and we did it. But on Saturday, we were hit up by all of our OEM, truck manufacturers, trailer manufacturers that we support. And one at a time, they were sending me emails over the weekend saying, "You guys have to reopen." My answer was the same everywhere. I said, first off, we can't reopen. I don't care if you tell me we have to. I don't care if the government says we have to. Our factory is not designed to have workers. It's absolutely designed the way it is right now. There's a one-piece flow, shoulder to shoulder working. It's a perfect melting pot for sharing COVID-19 the way it was. And so I don't care who says we have to reopen. We know how serious this is, and we're not going to do it until we're ready to do it. So with that, we spent that whole weekend planning, organizing. We hit the ground running Monday morning with a bigger team, and we put the plan in place. We were shut down for that whole week. And we communicated to customers that our employees are, number one, that we're not just saying it, but we're actually doing it. And we're not going to reopen until I'm happy, until we know that we've got a facility that's worthy of bringing people in safely and not allowing them to, not creating that environment where others could be exposed. So hopefully that
Awesome.
answers your question.